Okay, time for part 2 of recapping every NFL team's NFL 2022-2023 season. So next up, we have the team that lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, which is obviously the Philadelphia Eagles. I really thought that they were going to win the Super Bowl. I saw their first games; they were undefeated. Had a little fluke game against the Commanders, but picking up A.J. Brown really helped the offense. They went from at best wild card round the year before till picking up a superstar and just really moving on to be a super team. Dallas Goedert really took a step up, became an amazing tight end, and yeah, Miles Sanders had a lot of great runs that year as well. I've had some really close games. They lost the games they lost. I'm pretty sure it was back to back. It was the Cowboys and the Saints they lost to, and the Eagles ended up being 15-3. I thought they were 15-2, but I keep forgetting to add that extra game, which is really weird in my opinion. Giving that extra game just gives a lot of teams trying to make it in the playoffs more stress. They're out of okay, we might have made it in, but then they add this extra week, and then okay, this could be our shot, and then if we lose this game, we could miss out. But giving them an extra chance to get in is also good. But even so, you have to play that game. It's not like a optional bye week where you can just skip it if you don't need to make it, if you already are in the playoff. But no, some of their players could get hurt or something before the playoffs, and then they wouldn't have them, and then obviously that just messes up their playoff run, especially if it's a really good player. Super Bowl had a really great story. Had the Kelsey brothers against each other. Really feel bad for Jason. Everyone freaked out. Travis Kelsey throwing the Lombardi Trophy. It's obviously a replica, but Kelsey brothers. I really wish Jason came out on top. Even though he's a center, him and Lane Johnson carried Miles Sanders to a lot of good runs and a lot of rushing yards. Basically, it's like the Great Wall of Philly instead of the Great Wall of Dallas. And a couple other key additions there. Devontae Smith definitely took a step up. I'm trying to think if there's any other weapons they added. Jalen Hurts had a lot of weapons. Like I said, kind of like a Niners. They surround you, have a great coaching staff that surrounds you with weapons and stuff. And now I really can't think of anything else. Divisional round. Yeah, obviously they got the number 1 seed in the NFC. It's a rare occurrence because both 1 seeds made the Super Bowl. 1 seeds usually choke. For example, the Titans lost in the divisional round last year. And, it just really surprised everyone. But this time the 1 seeds, really stepped up and actually brought the team to the Super Bowl. I called it the 1 seed curse. If you're the 1 seed, you're automatically not going to the Super Bowl. This year is definitely different. Divisional round against the Giants. Absolutely destroyed them. After the Giants beat the Vikings in the wild card, at conference championship, and they destroyed the stacked 49ers team, which was really surprising in my opinion. I thought that was going to be 28-31 Eagles, 3-point win, but no, they demolished them 31-7. Brock Purdy was just, and the Niners were just so cocky, and I'm okay, please, beat these guys by a field goal, it'll humble them, and that humbled them even more. After that loss, they got humbled real quick, which, if Trey Lance didn't get hurt, they probably wouldn't have been here. Trey Lance being a number 3 pick in the draft year back, or 2 years back, they really haven't given him a shot. They had Jimmy G in, and then Trey Lance got put in for a couple of games, and then he got hurt. So I don't know why they started Jimmy Garoppolo over him, and Jimmy G's just a mediocre quarterback. He's going to the Raiders now, and that's probably going to show how bad he really is. Now on the defensive side, Darius Slay really led this defense, and Darius Slay came from the Lions a few years back and really stepped up this year. Their secondary was lethal. They had Avonte Maddox, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a couple like small recruits like that put together to be a great secondary. And obviously in the Super Bowl, lost by 3 to the Chiefs. Really wanted them to win that one. Not that I'm like an Eagles bandwagon, but I just didn't want to see the Chiefs be like the new Patriots, So, yeah, it was a very good season for the Eagles, but the Chiefs just, are a super team. Like, after losing Tyreek Hill, everyone thought they would just crash and collapse, but, they didn't. They proved them wrong, and I gotta respect them for that. So, I really got nothing else to say about the Eagles. Great season, just had a Super Bowl run, but the Chiefs just crashed their party. So, I'm gonna move on to the next team, and here we go. Okay, so the next team I'm thinking of is the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Bengals, everyone believed in them. They made the Super Bowl last year, got upset by the Rams. It was a tough loss, really, and then they came back this year. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, just having that college duo that you really couldn't break up. Joe Mixon had a huge year in the run game, became one of the top running backs in the league, and their O-line was terrible. Like last year, I don't know how they made the Super Bowl. Their O-line was absolutely atrocious. They beat the Titans, and the Titans sacked him 9 times. I'm talking about 2021 too much. 2022, they signed a lot of new offensive linemen. It didn't really help. Joe Burrow got pressured a lot, which made him have to use his legs. And he's more of like a pocket passer / scrambler, but he's more of a pocket passer. And Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, they really just, they're pretty much the same as last year. Terrible offensive line. The Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins trio was really leading that offense. Their defense, on the other hand, they had a piece of toast at cornerback, Eli Apple. That front seven was really good. They had Sam Hubbard. I forget his name. 55. I forgot what his name is. Linebacker. He was really good linebacker. Something Wilson. Brian Wilson or something. I don't know. But yeah, really good front seven there. Obviously proved it when they played the Ravens. And Sam Hubbard. No, that linebacker I was talking about. 55 knocked the ball out, and Sam Hubbard out of Cincinnati took it to the house like 98, 99 yards. It was a really cool play. So I know next year I really expect more. If they can get that offensive line built up, they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl again. Yeah, Mike Hilton back there in that secondary, he had some picks that I know about. It might have been the year before, but I remember someone throwing the ball like on a screen pass, and he just tipped it up like really high in the air, dived for it, got up and ran for a touchdown. It was really cool. But yeah, they obviously playoffs. They got past the Ravens and past someone else. Yeah, the Bills. I'm pretty sure they got past the Bills. I don't remember. I think they played the Bills though. Or was that the Chiefs? I don't really know. But yeah, and AFC Championship game. The refs really, it should have been. The Super Bowl really should have been Eagles versus Bengals. That's really what the Super Bowl should have been. It should have been, but the refs love the Chiefs, and they probably bet over for Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce or something, like on DraftKings. This is why the NFL has all these strict gambling policies, and everything they do is sponsored by DraftKings or FanDuel. They're sponsored by these fantasy football apps. By the way, that was a joke in the earlier video that I used like DraftKings and stuff, that was a joke. I'm not a fantasy football user. I don't know. I'd really like to get into one. Yeah, you know, the refs just really love the Chiefs. Everyone loves the Chiefs. Well, everyone hates the Chiefs except for the refs and Chiefs fans. And the Chiefs, I'm making this all about the Chiefs instead of the Bengals. Getting off topic here. Yeah, the Bengals game got ripped off. They lost 23-20. It was really sad, you know, because I wanted the Bengals to make another Super Bowl run and possibly win. But, you know, the refs just won't let that happen. So, that's all I really got for the Bengals. Heartbreaking season. Really good run again. And I'll see you on the next one.